Line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set, ready. Touchdown. Watch the pass.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
At the 26-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's third down.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Cardinal first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Check. Watch 54. Got one. Switch.
From the 44, Murray. Past the 20. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Johnson on the counter. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down.
Check three.
On third down, Johnson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Murray and company going for it on 4th. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. There's a nice move. Shreds the tackle. And now look at him go. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Get ready. 58, come on. Hey, pick your game up. Check. Hot route. Hot. Safe. Shift. Jim.
After the interception, here's Ryan. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Switch. Hey, Tuesday. Hey, check.
They'll run here with Freeman. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Tighten up. Pull it together. 21.
Ryan. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 6 yards away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a pass hauled in downfield and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it here with Logan. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Cardinals first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Bang, 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 bang. Check three. Slam.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the Falcons' 11-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. 2 yards on the touchdown there, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
54, Jeff! SOS.
Throwing again on second down. Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
21.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 57 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
21.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Black 25. 23. 21.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Chandler Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. Tavecchio puts this one through. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them.
And got his man complete. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Check. Quick rewind. He's crashing.
Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing again, Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ballgame. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Ryan, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it'll be Freeman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? To throw is Ryan. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. He's got a man, complete. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 76 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And now he'll turn. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 32 that time. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
You gonna take it. Gun. You got tight right there.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 53 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Murray. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Johnson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brings up 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. It's Murray. And no, it's incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all that? And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
45.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Throwing on first down is Murray. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm trying to collect. Mike, check. 59. Go. Mike's 59. Mike's 54. So don't say no. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Murray now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
Now Murray again. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Murray sets to throw on fourth. And he's got Fitzgerald. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
First and goal, Arizona.
Murray to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, but it'll be second and goal.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful what the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but now it's third and goal.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for fourth down. Throwing now is Murray. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And the most curious way there to burn some clock, that was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Murray and company going for it on fourth. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. So time runs. It wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both.